Oh, we are rolling. Hello, my earthen beauties. How are you today? Tell me in the comments if you would like. So today is going to be the first time that I rant, and I'm going to be unscripted. And I'm dressed like a mermaid, so it's going to be a strange day for all y'all who actually watch this video. Anyway, so today I'm going to do my first random rant, and usually I'm scripted, so some of my information might be a little skewed. And if you have a problem with something that I'm saying, leave it in the comments. I am not an expert, yada yada yada. I think I covered this in one of my other videos, so I'm sorry if I say something that is incorrect. Anyway, on to the rant. My rant today is about SeaWorld. That is why I'm dressed like a mermaid. I spent about 2 hours in my bathtub trying to take photos, and none of them came out well, so that's really effing annoying. None of them came out good at all. Anyway, so the whole point is there's a PETA or PETA 2 campaign that's called Would You Want to Live in Your Bathtub? Because that is basically what they are forcing my beautiful, beautiful whales to do in SeaWorld. And if anybody doesn't know, which obviously you don't because you don't know me yet, I am obsessed with cetaceans. So whales, dolphins, yada yada yada. I love all of it. All of it. So much. Like, obsession. Like, if I was smarter, I would be a marine biologist. But unfortunately, I am not smart enough to do that because I'm bad at math and science. But anyway, so yeah, they have a whale in SeaWorld. Oh, I guess I should talk about the campaign. But anyway, obviously a seal, a whale, or a seal. Nobody wants to live in their bathtub. They want to be free. So, there is a whale at SeaWorld, and I'm sure you've heard of him, and his name is Tilikum, and I'm going to call him Tilikum, even though that's probably somehow incorrect because, you know, I fail. However, I live in Washington, and we have Tilikum Village here, so I'm assuming that it's Tilikum because that's how you say the village name. I don't know. We will hope that I am saying it correctly. And if not, I'm very, 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 very sorry. But anyway, so it's a poor little whale. He's an orca, a killer whale, and he is in the smallest tank of all time in the entirety of SeaWorld. Now, that is because he has unfortunately killed 2 to 3 people in SeaWorld, and they're prepping him to do the tricks again, which doesn't make any sense because if he's posed himself as a danger, then obviously, you know, he's not fit to be at SeaWorld. He is fit to be out in the wild, and I would give anything to see that poor little guy in the wild. And the reason I say poor, yes, that's controversial because he has killed people, and I feel so bad for those people, honestly. But the SeaWorld company, there's a really good article in a magazine, which I'll post somewhere in the comments at some point when I find my magazine. It's a animal rights magazine. Anyway, and it talks about, like, Tilikum's past, and there is a wrangler, or cowboy, who killed his mother in front of him when he was born. And since I believe that cetaceans are way smarter than human beings, that they obviously remember, you know, something traumatic like that in their lives, and, you know, they're creatures who live in pods. So obviously, you know, they're gonna remember, like, when you kill their family and then drag them off to a swimming pool to live in. So he already doesn't like humans, and then he's being told to do tricks. And he had 2, from my knowledge, you know, once again, my wonderful mind is kind of slow, so I don't know. It was either 2 or 3 mates, but one of the mates died because in SeaWorld they don't have as long as a lifespan. So yeah, so they take so one of his mates is dead, and then I don't know what happened to the other one. But so this whale is alone in a pool. Now, once again, orcas live in pods, so the poor orca is alone, and he obviously has shown a lot of aggression before the deaths even happened, and they still decided to you know, use him in the tricks and stuff. So honestly, I feel like that's the fault of SeaWorld and the people who are supervising the trainers, because the trainers aren't going to know. I mean, they do know to a point that the whale is not very happy, and there's a lot of articles about, you know, the insiders saying that obviously the whales aren't very happy. My battery is dying, motherfucker. Anyway, so it just drives me nuts. This poor little whale has been basically traumatized, and, you know, and obviously he's killed people, which is also making him dangerous to be at SeaWorld. So he needs to get his ass out of SeaWorld and go back to the wild. I just can't understand why they're keeping him there in that small pool, because if anything, that pool is just going to make him more angry. So he needs to get out. And if they're going to keep whales, they need to get bigger tanks. Come on, guys, like, seriously. Anyway, so I have this little orca, and no, I'm not doing a giveaway. This is mine, and I've had him since I was a child, a very, very, very young child. And I decided to name him Tilikum after the poor orca that is in SeaWorld that needs to go home to the water and maybe find his spot again. So I recommend checking out PETA 2's if you're interested, the Take Action portion, and there's a whole page about the would you want to live in your bathtub, and I definitely recommend going to check that out and taking a picture for PETA, and you can get points, and I'm going to make a PETA 2 video talking about how awesome that shit is. And I'm not a crazy, like, you know, psycho person. Like, I'm just a normal person who, well, I mean, I am in a costume, but regardless, I'm just a normal person, and I just really love cetaceans, and, you know, anyone with common sense, even the trainers know, which has been noted in articles, that, you know, that particular whale and some of the other whales are very aggressive because they are taken away from their pods. I mean, they're just constantly switching them around, and honestly, that's just not okay for anybody, and it's not safe. It's not safe at all. So I hope you enjoyed my unscripted rant. It's the first time I've ever done a unscripted video. So please like and subscribe if you like to know what I'm talking about, or, you know, haters, I'm just going to delete your comments, so don't bother. Trolls, once again, go ahead and delete your comments, don't care. I am just wanting to express my opinion and maybe start some discussions. So definitely, if you don't agree with me, however, and you want to discuss it, put it in the comments, because, you know, everyone has their own point of view, and I am open to listening to anybody. You can leave a video response if you want to talk about it with me, and I'm sorry it was kind of like stuttery and all over the place, but once again, this is my first video that has been unscripted. So anyway, I hope you really enjoyed it, and I will see you later. Goodbye, my earth and lovelies, my earth and beauties. Mwah!